Welcome back, baseball fans, to the fall 76, 7, 8, 9 carryover league. It's time to eliminate the Milwaukee Brewers. They put a scare into the Royals, but they lost the series. They're progressing. They're not quite ready to get to that 1982 American League Championship Series appearance. That's their glory at this period. Still too early for that. It's 76, 7, 8, 9. A couple of players need to get better. Need to add more stars. Find more talent. It's going to be tough. It always is with Milwaukee. We're going to get rid of the 76 guys. And that's probably this. You would anticipate they would get better year by year. Getting further and further away from that Seattle Pilots team. And interestingly, we have 6 and 6 hitters and 6 pitchers, and we spoke about how deep their starting pitching was. They had to put Jerry Augustine and Pete Vukovich in the bullpen because they had so many starters. Now offensively, we got a lot of Brewer players that you're familiar with. Moore, Molitor, Cooper, George Scott even. Hasselstein's not familiar. He came out of the Braves organization. And yeah, short. So with 6 spots open, you could go anywhere with this. You could even move George Scott out if you wanted to. Moore's your catcher, Cooper at first, Molitor at second, and Yount's at short. You're halfway there with the offense. You got 6 spots to fill. Pitching, we've had 3 starters and 3 relievers. Caldwell's going to be the anchor. He had a bad year with this card. Teams were loading up with right-handed hitters against him. It's a great year for Caldwell. So if the Brewers are going to make any hay and win a division, they're going to have to do it with Caldwell as their ace, because you're not going to get a better Caldwell card. Haas, probably brought him up too soon. 4.32 ERA. Colburn's at the end of his rope. He was a Kansas City player anyway. Tom Murphy. Man, you could trade a lot of these guys, really. It's not that exciting there. And the 8 guys to discuss moving forward. Lezcano, yeah, we know he comes along for the ride. Fergosi should be retired by now, as Tim Johnson. Fahey's just whatever. Now, Gorman Thomas will have some good cards coming up. Mercer's tricky. We talked about him being a mercenary. He'll go to any team. So it makes sense for he was a Giant here. Cub, Yankee. Probably go to an expansion team. Colorado Rockies, maybe? Be a good Rocky. He'll probably move around the league. Just like Bobby Bonds toured around the league for a little bit. Augustine and Slayton. Now these are key. These guys had big years. Well, it wasn't that big a year. But Slayton will have a good year, as will Augustine. So let's take a look and see what the young Brewers, now that they've got a base at least, let's see how they can improve and get closer to a division title. Okay, so these are the Brewers, and let's first clear the deck from last year's moves, and we'll start here. We're going to have 6 hitters and 2 pitchers to consider, and we'll begin. Let's get the cards in order here, take a look at them, with I think it'll be Bill Fahey will be the first guy. So Bill Fahey, I think he's got some good batting average years still in play here. But there's a big gap. So here's a problem. I think when you have a gap like this, you got no 77 or 78 performance. He's got a nice 79 year, 287. And I think it might be best served for him to simply be retired and let him come out of retirement in a few years and rebound for somebody else. So I think we've done everything we can with Bill Fahey to this point. He'll go on the retired list. Next guy is Jim Fergosi, and this is not going to go very well, I don't think. Or if they give me the managing, there you go, the hitting. So that 76 card was pretty much his last decent year, and it wasn't a good. Well, he's got 84 at bats and 77. I'm not sure they made that card. Let's just retire him anyway. Worst case, someone can pull him off the retired list if we find that card. I don't think it exists. So we'll retire him as well. And then moving along, we have Tim Johnson. Tim Johnson. Yeah, he had a little middle infield career. Didn't last that long. Oh boy, yeah. Nothing going on there. He's done. He is done. So Fregosi and Fahey and Tim Johnson all on the retired list. Which means that they are going to have to move guys. Yeah. Lezcano. Now we know he has a big 79. 6-0 Lezcano. We'll have a big 79, and it's getting into that prime for him. Oh yeah, 79, 321 Lezcano. That's the card right there. So he's definitely a keeper. He's $10,000. Congratulations, 6-0. Next up, Bobby Mercer. This sounds like a waiver player to me. He sounds like a waiver player because there's a core group of Brewers that they should take instead. I'm looking ahead for. So Mercer, of course, he continues to do well. 77, 78, 79, 80. Even in 81, I mean, he's got a 801 OPS. So we'll put him on waivers so that he can find employment elsewhere in the league. And he will be a highly coveted free agent. That's something the carryover league needs. You need free agents to make it interesting. First come, first serve in the draft. Next up is Gorman Thomas. And we know he's going to start clobbering home runs for this Brewer team. Gorman, yeah, 45, 38, and then 39 again in 82. So obviously Gorman Thomas and Sixto Lezcano, those two guys are simply going to jump the Brewers back to 500 and above. That is going to be something special. And we're going to finally we'll see a Brewer team that's going to put a scare into opponents. That Lezcano and that Thomas in the middle of the lineup that already has Cooper, Yount, Mulder. It's going to be good, Brewer fans, if you're paying attention out there. You're going to have a good year next year. Jim Slayton. Now, he's got to be the second ace from the team with Caldwell. We have to find his best year. He's right in that sweet spot here. Jim Slayton. He got injured in 80, but he's got 77, 78, 9. He's an all-star in 77. Boy, he isn't really top-end material, though, is he? Well, he's to be kept. He just doesn't really have like one of those years where his ERA is below 3, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. 412, 358, 363, 329 and 82. It's okay. Well, it's the Brewers. You know, they didn't win the World Series, right? They lost the World Series and went to 1 and didn't make many playoff appearances. And yeah, I mean, there's nobody else out there that is going to be better. And lastly, Jerry Augustine. I think he's got another good year or two, maybe. I know. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, 79's not bad. Well, he's a Brewer. He's a Brewer through and through. He's a Brewer through 1983. Well, that's Jerry Augustine, so he'll be number 4. So you have Augustine and Slayton, Gorman Thomas, and Lezcano. And then Mercer gets on waivers. And so all they have to do is swap out one of these retired guys for a waivered guy with any team in the league. You're going to find teams that need retired guys, and they'll make a deal. Again, it's a pretty minor transaction. Won't even affect what the Brewers do moving forward. This column, the keeper column, is always the most important because you have to find the guys to improve your team. Who you retire and waive, oddly, it doesn't even really matter too much because the Brewers could pull a guy out of retirement and the Brewers could sign Bobby Mercer. So could everybody else. So this is the key column here. And they're at 4-1 and 3. They need to get to 4-2 and 2 before the draft. Plenty of time to do that. Hope you enjoyed this video. The up and coming Milwaukee Brewers. Thank you for checking this out. We'll see you next time.